Hello, welcome to another T5 tutorial, and today I'm going to be showing you how to load into your multiplayer map with textures. So sometimes when you're texturing your map, it might let you in, it might not, and let's actually show you what I'm talking about here. So this will also apply for when you're distributing the map, because if you can load into the map, that does not mean that other people cannot or can load into the map. So for an example, you might be using a DLC texture or just some weird quirk with multiplayer. So as you can see, the map that we had in Radiant previously is Frostworks, and we're going to try and load into it, and we'll see what happens when right after we texture our map from a blockout to in-game. So we're going to go to Frostworks, and we should see the game crash with the error that you might see. So you'll see right here, could not load image RVN Berlin uh, 3 feet or whatever it is. So you'll be forced to close, and you might be stuck like, all right, well now I gotta go to the image folder and Call of Duty Black Ops and all that, and no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply update the previous video, the main videos tutorial, with this new program. So just check the description of the multiplayer template tutorial or Radiant tutorial, and you will find this program called T5 MP Fixer. And right now it's not wanting to work. I guess it's working now. So you're going to have to run it in command prompt with Python. So we'll do that again. Normally, we'll go to command prompt. I have no idea why it's doing that. Hopefully by the time the video releases, I'll have a update to fix this. So Python T5, and what you will do is you're going to have to first let me get rid of that because that won't exist when you get this. You're going to go to your Call of Duty Black Ops, and then you're going to go to your zone source. You're going to click on English asset lists, and you're going to look for your MP prefix of your multiplayer map. So here's mine, and then you're going to click extract images, and then you will see that we have a folder now with all these images. Now, what I recommend doing is, since a lot of these images are duplicates of what's already loading, you can kind of clean out what's not needed. So like, I don't think we need any of these chars or anything like that, so we can just delete them. We can get rid of all the view models. T5 ceiling tile, we're going to need that. That's textures. I don't believe we need that. Snow cliff, I know that's a texture we're using. Skin pore. Those might be extras, so we can get rid of those. And then you can see we're left with a whole bunch of FX. I don't believe we need those. And if you're missing something, you can obviously edit in, but I recommend trimming down your image folder after the fact because you might be needing or missing some of these. So we're going to cut all these now to our mods and then our multiplayer mod folder. So we're going to put these in the images. And now if we rebuild, well, first we're going to have to refresh the list here. I got to take out a couple files here, but this should be all good when we load in. So yep, so now we can build our mod. And if all goes well, we should be loading into our map. And after this, we'll just go over a couple extra things. Wrong mod here. And we had, okay, and we need this right here. So you're going to place that in your multiplayer mod folder. And if you are, if you're working with other people and or you want to make your map compatible with another mod, you're going to have to make sure that the IWDs and the mod FFs are satisfied. So you can have multiple maps in one mod. That is a thing you can do, and I highly recommend doing that instead of having one map after the other. So this is the way that you will be needing to distribute your maps properly without them crashing. You're going to need to get the images and anything else that might be needed. You're going to want to throw that in the IWD. If there's anything else that is needed, like maybe materials or audio, if that's needed, like a program or something like that, I could write that. So just leave a comment, but if not, it won't be a problem. I believe the images is the critical thing, because without that's going to be the most common error that you're going to run into in multiplayer is image errors. But this should be no more. Now we can go Frostworks, and it should let us load in now. And as you can see, we now have all the images. And it'll let me in a second. And as you can see, we are now in our multiplayer map with all of our textures without that annoying crash. So soon, maybe if needed, I can maybe just do like basic Radiant tutorials, so we can start just doing like building a map from the ground up. But for now, I'm going to be focusing on T5 specific stuff, since there are plenty of Radiant tutorials out there. So that is pretty much it. One thing I wanted to touch on that I didn't touch on in the last video is that the reflection probes in your map, for if you're going to be using just one, make sure they're at head height. Reflection probes have to be at head height. You can't stick them high up and expect them to reflect the whole map. They have to be kind of low, I find. Anyways, that is all. I will be putting this program that you see in the previous video's description. Anyways, good luck.